sandy shirts and sandy hair, sandy toes and sandy...
Hey friends, it's Paul Ward. Welcome to another On the Road. Do you ever wonder what goes into writing a good musical song? Or do you ever wonder how to put together a musical event? Well, our next guest has all the answers, and I'm so excited to welcome Sierra Drummond to On the Road.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And we want to thank our sponsor, Opus Escrow. So before we talk about writing music and putting together an event, where exactly are we?
We're at the wonderful Cornell Wine Co, which I like to consider my second home. On any given weekend, I've basically moved in, thanks to Matt and Nat's generosity with opening the space up to so much art and music and comedy. So yeah, we're here in like Malibu Canyon, Agoura, if you know, I'm talking to people from from this area. But otherwise, if I'm not, it's Malibu Canyon.
All over the world. And so you are officially the event producer, event planner, music director?
Yeah, one of. I host like 2 monthly shows, and then I play here with several other bands and help my boyfriend also produce his comedy show. Gotcha. So I'm one of the event producers, and you know, I have access to the Google Calendar. So.
Gotcha. We'll give other folks credit too.
Yeah.
So you do have a mix of events. You've got open mic night. You've got featured artists.
Yeah.
What goes into putting together a good, solid show?
It sort of depends on which event it is, but I think I wanted to start hosting events here because I had been singing here for years, but in a really informal setting. Like I had been busking for tables. And when Matt took over ownership, he was more open to the idea of hosting more formal shows, which I was so excited about because the space has such an inherent magic and history with music that I started with doing, like playing with a band I was just playing bass in and then bringing in some other artists. And then I wanted to start doing the open mic night because so many artists were wanting to play here that it became a way to just include more and more people in the space and showcase more and more people. And then from that open mic night, I started hosting the songwriter nights, which were a bit more curated and like a paid show for the performers.
Sure. And the talent is incredible. I mean, it's not names you've necessarily heard of on the radio that, you know, are famous nationally or internationally, but there's just so much local talent too.
Absolutely. And I think actually there's been a nice blend of both. Like I was so privileged that I want to say maybe the November open mic I think November open mic, I had the songwriter for Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, Elliot Lurie.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to be on my songwriter round, which is so mind-blowing to me because I think that song is just one of the best songs ever written.
Everybody knows that song.
Yeah. And so he was on the lineup as well as someone who hasn't released their own music yet, but is such an incredible songwriter in my eyes. So, I think we just live in such an incredible space where there are both internationally recognized artists and undiscovered artists coexisting in the same spaces, and it's cool to put them on a platform here.
Absolutely. They're just starting out and they're just in front of their first audience.
Yeah. Or they just they've been doing it for decades and it's just they haven't had that good luck streak yet.
Sure.
So, yeah.
There's something about hearing music live though that's so different and so much more special than listening to it on the radio.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you have a very music background. You started performing or were on stage when you were 4.
Yes, yeah,
Tell
I think so.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So everyone in my family is a musician. My parents are in an incredible band from the 70s called Ambrosia. So they're what you call yacht rockers.
Know them well.
Yes.
I mean, not personally, but from the radio.
My dad has been in that since the beginning of Ambrosia, and then my mom has been in it off and on for 20 years. Now,
both in the same band?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But when I was a kid, they really focused on their duo that they were in. Well, it was a full band at the time, but it was the songs they'd written together. And that group is called Tin Drum. And so at Tin Drum gigs especially, they started bringing me on stage to sing this song my kindergarten teacher taught me. It was about like building bridges and being kind. And so I opened the show oftentimes with that song. And also my brother was always in bands, and he's 10 years older than me, or 9.5 years older than me. He'd like to me to clarify. But I always thought his shows were my shows. So
You'd upstage him?
yeah, well, I thought like they were my background band. Like I loved to dance as a kid, so I thought everyone was coming to see me. And he's a really good older brother, and so he let me have that delusion for a while.
Very cool.
So,
And you're a singer, you're a guitar player, you're a songwriter.
yeah.
Tell us about that. What makes a good songwriter?
Oh man. I think it depends on the songwriter. For me, I think I just make sense of my life by writing music. I took a break from music for a while, and life didn't make as much sense.
Sure.
So I think now that I got back into songwriting, it's such like a way, a method for me to express like love for people in my life or to make sense of things I'm going through. And so I think I guess the testament of a good song is just honesty. I think like the more honest I've been in a song, the more I've liked it, and the more it's connected with other people.
And do songs typically just pop in your head? Do they kind of form over time? Is it kind of a combination of things?
Yeah, I would say it's a combination. I write a lot of lyrics, so sometimes I'll go back and revisit lyrics I wrote years ago that I never put into a proper song. And then some songs take forever, and some songs have taken me like 2 minutes.
And some songs you're probably still writing currently.
Yeah, I have like an unfinished lyric folder in my notes app of songs that have haunted me for like 5 or 6 years.
I did read you had a song called "Look Out for Me," celebrating your boyfriend's grandparents. 73 years married.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
And I think it's 80 years together, or 80 years since they met.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Look Out for Me. What is that? What's the meaning behind that?
Yeah. So I wrote it quite a while ago, but I just released it on Valentine's Day.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for asking about
Absolutely.
it. So yeah, I wrote it actually after one of my boyfriend and I's first big arguments.
Okay.
But we had just had dinner with his grandparents a few nights prior to that argument. And I had just never really witnessed a partnership quite like theirs, where they just accredit one another so much with their individual successes. And they just have such a sweet way in which they speak about each other. Danny's grandfather is this amazing figure in Hollywood. He used to be Steven Spielberg's publicist.
Okay.
And he's the first PR person to win an honorary Academy Award.
Oh, wow.
But my favorite thing about this speech is half of it is about like the need for art to fight for human rights, and the other half is just about how much he loves his wife. Like that, those two things are the most important part of his success, is the success of his relationship and the fact that he's involved Hollywood with human rights.
Very cool.
And so I think they're just super inspiring. And so yeah, after the argument, I recalled our dinner with them, and I kind of re-emphasized the method in which they, I guess, accredit each other, and wanted to write something to remind both Danny and I to do that for each other, because it obviously works well.
Right. With age comes wisdom.
It sure does, yeah.
Absolutely. And then you have another song called Slow Morning, where you were talking about being in your boyfriend's Prius, kind of shoved in there with 2 surfboards.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I think he had high hopes that I would be as avid of a surfer as he is when we first started dating. But we started dating in the midst of the pandemic. So our world was really confined to either my little bubble at my house or the beach. And so my fondest memories with Danny have been all those times we were back and forth from the beach with my guitar also shoved into the Prius.
Very cool. Playing on the sand?
Yeah, two surfboards, because I would quickly give up on surfing and start playing guitar. But he always would kind of emphasize the need for me to slow down in the morning and enjoy a slow morning. So yeah, it's kind of a gift he's given me, is the value of a slow morning.
Very cool. And I saw here, I had the fortune of seeing you perform here. And one thing I did notice was you performed with your boyfriend, right? But then you also did backup singing for other performers.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Thanks.
So it's kind of like you're helping other artists, achieve their potential.
Yeah, that's a really lovely way to look at it. I also just want to be on stage.
You just enjoy it.
Yeah, I love harmonizing. I think that's like my vocal arranging and stuff is, like, I don't think I'm the lead guitar player in the world, but I do actually really, I'm proud of like my vocal arranging skills and finding harmonies and stuff. And it's something my mom, I think, especially has taught me. And in a way, my family has always spent time together, harmonizing. And so it always makes, I think, a performance feel more communal when there's harmony. And
Right.
so I love doing that
Right.
when other artists want me to.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you've seen your music creation kind of evolve
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah, it's had lots of eras, but this is the most professional and formal I've ever, and serious I've ever taken it. It has been since the pandemic, so.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
and thanks to a space like this that has allowed me to cultivate community, but also really just develop as a songwriter. Mm-hmm. When before it was something I liked to do, but didn't think I could do professionally. So.
Right. Well, you sure are doing it.
Thank you.
And you're also doing good works for the community. I mean, after this big, terrible Palisades fire, you kind of took it upon yourself, and with the help of Matt and the Cornell Wine Company, to put together a clothing drive for folks
Yeah.
that had lost everything.
Yeah, Matt and Nat are the best, and just the amount of trust they have in me to use their space. However I see fit, whether it's for music or for like a community organizing, and they were such a big part of it. So at first, my idea was just for it to be a donation drop-off center, and then I'm so used to going back and forth from LA that I just was like, I'll find other organizations to take it to. But people were so immensely generous so quickly, and I think quite desperate to feel like they could help, that the amount of donations we received was just astronomical.
Wow.
It
So
was much.
you made some calls, you put the word out, social media, people
Yeah.
came and dropped off clothing, and then next thing you know, were people here and actually coming to put the first pair of clothes on their back that they had?
Yeah, it became both. I would say it took a little more time for people to actually feel comfortable coming and receiving things for themselves. But a lot of people trusted me to put packages together, and when they would give me their sizing, and with the help of a lot of volunteers, we created this flea market
Wow.
style.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it
so
was.
you were actually sizing things for people?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully everything fit. But then there was several people came, especially kind of on off hours, who were looking to get things for themselves, and it was really trippy to witness people's hesitancy to accept so much help. But
Sure. Well, these are people that probably didn't necessarily need to ask for it before.
Yeah, and so it was really inspiring and sad, and also comforting.
Sure.
I don't know, it was a wonderful experience, and a little bit still ongoing. There's some things I'm looking for the right home for still.
Right.
But
So where do you see your music headed? What are you working on now?
I think I could kind of see it going so many different directions. I love songwriting. That's definitely my favorite facet of playing music. But I also do love community organizing and event producing, because I think since I couldn't play music for a while, I had a vocal cord injury, and that really deepened how much of a fan I am of music. So event producing is sort of a really sweet way to showcase music I also just like.
Right.
Am not necessarily involved with, or gives me an opportunity to be involved with music I like.
Because you're making other people look good.
Yeah,
Right? You're
yeah.
showcasing other people.
Or Cornell is making them look good.
Yes, Cornell.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think for me personally, I would love to make songwriting the thing that really is my source of income. And that could look like getting songs synced in movies, or writing for others is something I would be really interested in. I just really want my songs to have a life maybe bigger than the one I could immediately provide.
Well, your songs are great.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Did you think that when you started here as the event coordinator that it would grow into what it has, with kind of you got the open mic night, and you've
Yeah.
got the showcase night, and you've got comedy night,
Yeah.
and you have poetry readings.
Yeah. I had a sense that, but just because I know how empowering it feels to play here myself, I had a feeling that other artists would feel the same way. I also think it's a uniquely open audience, like the patrons who come here, especially the patrons who've also been going to Old Place for years. They've had a tradition since they opened in 1970 of having someone play for tables there. So I think people come to this property, both Old Place and Cornell, and expect music. And so I think it's natural that it's evolved into being all kinds of music and so many different artists, but it wouldn't have had the space to evolve had Matt not helped build it into a proper venue.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're folks are in Ambrosia,
Yeah.
and they've performed here?
Yeah, we did our first debut album release here as a family band, which was really special. And that was pretty early on to Matt turning it into a venue and Matt taking on ownership. And so that was like an incredibly special experience for me. A bunch of my uncles were involved.
Oh, wow.
And I'm such a fan of my family. So the fact that they, developed this family band. I'll give you guys a CD before you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
Do you perform with your folks frequently?
Yeah, quite a bit. Some months more than others because they are all pursuing their own projects too. And every musician has like 10 hustles in which, but yeah, we play a lot. We have I don't know the next time we're playing as a family here. Well, my brother and I will be playing together this weekend for a private event happening here.
Okay.
And we'll have another family band, I'm sure, soon enough. But
Yeah, I would imagine everybody's kind of got their own style.
yeah,
Which is unique because you have your style and then your dad and your brother have their styles.
Yeah.
And they're kind of doing their own thing, right? And you have to come together and collaborate as a
Yeah.
family too. That's very unique.
I think it's kind of funny, and can be
Yeah.
a little combative.
I don't know too many families even musical families that have done that. Usually
Yeah.
it's one person in the family, not the
Yeah.
whole family.
Yeah, no, I think it's that's what makes it such a privilege. It's like the best way to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
It's deepened my relationships with them so much, having the opportunity to play with them. I would say the different styles can be difficult sometimes. My mom really loves like 80s, like power guitar and stuff, and I don't necessarily. I mean, I'd love it, but it's not necessarily.
Big hair days.
Yeah, she's like such a. Sorry, I won't say she's a bad
Badass.
gal. Yeah, I don't know what I think it. No, but yeah, she was in like an all-girl like 80s rock band where she played the guitar and had like really big hair. But she also used to sing backups for Jimmy Buffett.
Okay.
She did like studio work for Pink Floyd, and so she's been a badass forever.
Right.
But
That's awesome.
yeah, I'll write a little folk song and she'll be like. Like, I don't know if that's the exact sound, but I also don't really have I'm not particularly loyal to a genre either. Like, I guess a lot of my music has leaned folkier now, but mostly I think because of strolling and playing an acoustic guitar in a canyon. Because before I was writing a lot more R&B and even like jazzier songs, and then that kind of changes based on which instrument I write with. Like, I used to play piano a lot more, and my songs tend to lean a little jazzier when I write on piano and when I write on bass too.
Interesting. So you
Yeah.
guitar, bass, and piano.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you have a favorite?
I think I have the most fun when I play bass because I kind of have to dance to play it, so I end up just
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because the bass isn't like, you don't think of the bass as the lead instrument,
No.
right? It's kind
No.
of a backup instrument
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah, I think
I
well
think it's your solo, but
yeah. Well, it's like a very, very important instrument in the sense that you're like dictating whether or not people are dancing or
right.
getting into the groove.
Right.
Also, everyone in my family is a drummer apart from my mom. So
Oh.
my dad and my brother are both drummers.
Uh-huh.
So I think I've been around a rhythm section so much of my life that I'm pretty new to playing bass, but it's the most comfortable I've actually felt performing.
Interesting.
It was a band.
And you're singing while you're playing the bass.
Yes, which can be hard. But
Yeah.
I think
I would think.
I think just the Drummond rhythm is maybe genetic or something.
It must be.
Yeah, maybe. So I do love playing bass. I love playing bass with the family band too, which I get to. That's the only reason I really started playing bass is because nobody else really did in the family. So it was born out of necessity.
Now, do you guys have a family song, like a theme song, like the favorite family song that you guys like to perform together?
Well, we play a lot of originals. So the album we recorded was all originals, and that our family band's called the Tin Drum Family Band. So it's like an extension of my parents' tin drum project.
Gotcha.
But I would say some of the covers we always do. We always do "The Weight" by the band, and each of us takes a verse. So I guess like we love a lot of Americana. Like Bonnie Raitt is kind of our cherished
Right.
family artist. So we do Angel from Montgomery. My mom always wants to do Magic Carpet Ride. And we'll do some Ambrosia songs. I get to sing a lot of the Ambrosia songs, which is fun for me.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like your dad's younger years, I guess it would be. Right?
Yeah.
You're kind of bringing him back. I saw him just up the road in Ventura County.
Oh, nice.
Now, the band has changed a little bit, right?
Yes, yeah. One of the original lead singers left pretty early on and went solo. And they still perform a lot of the songs he helped write or that he wrote. But that lead singing role has kind of fluctuated throughout my life. There's been quite a few and amazing artists. But the original members that are still in it are my dad, Joe, the bass player, and Chris, the organ player. And then everyone else has kind of come and gone.
Right. When the band's been around that long, it's...
Yeah,
You know.
I think over 50 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because I think my dad started when he started playing in it when he was like 19 or 20.
That's a long run.
Yeah.
I mean, not too many bands can say that or do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't last.
Yeah, and I think that's like my biggest source of inspiration from both my parents, but my dad, especially in that he just no opportunity to play. He'll never turn down any opportunity to play. Like he'll play kids' birthday parties with me. He just loves music so purely. So does my mom. That like Ambrosia didn't have the perfect like luck with as far as issues with their publishing deal and royalties not coming through in the way they were expected. And I just think like in spite of everything, he loves the music he's made and he loves getting to play it every weekend.
Right.
He's 73.
Wow.
I just don't.
That's amazing.
I don't foresee him stopping. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
And you got his genes.
Well, thank you. I hope so.
Absolutely. So when Ambrosia started, and for many years it was, records and 8-track tapes and CDs, and now it's all, online and digital, and the industry's just changed so much for, I guess, the worse and the better.
Yeah.
How is that? I mean, because anybody can put out music now anytime, right? You can put it on YouTube if we're going to be on YouTube, and
yeah.
it's you don't have to go to the record store and buy the record. So I guess that's kind of a mixed bag. You want people to buy music, but you can also download it for free.
Yeah, I think it's tricky. I think the music industry is in such a state of flux right now. Like people are craving it to feel different, and I think there's a lot of nostalgia for like the full album and tape recording days. I think there is like a grittiness and sound to that kind of recording that just sounds and feels good.
Right.
But at the same time, I think there's also a lot less gatekeeping in the industry in the sense that anyone can release any song at any given time. But it's hard. I mean, I think seeking out music as a job right now, it's a hard time to do that.
Right.
There's not a lot of infrastructure in place for it to actually, for all the, resources it requires to actually record and release something.
Right.
It's I think tough that there's no real financial reward for people listening to it at the moment.
Right.
But I also think it's good in the sense that anybody can release. Like it doesn't require some record label recognizing your potential or talent. It's,
right.
Yeah, it's almost like for me, releasing music now is more like having a website online, like or having a business card. Like if you want to take a song home with you that you've heard live, you can. But hopefully, the thing I really want people to do is come see me live in person. Yeah.
Oh, it's a huge difference seeing somebody live versus listening.
Yeah.
But if you're not local, then that's the option.
Yeah. So I think there's good and bad, I think, to the way music industry has evolved.
Yeah.
But I think I loved the Grammys this year. Like I thought it was uniquely good Grammys. Like I think pop music is having a really exciting moment. And I think because of I'll kind of tie something in, but I think all the like nostalgic documentaries and films coming out have also revived like the folk scene. Like I'm getting booked way more as a folk artist than I have previously, and I think it's because of the Bob Dylan movie.
Interesting.
And yeah, people love. I think there's always a nostalgia for authentic art.
Yeah.
But yeah, those movies certainly I think help revive certain eras and moments.
There was also kind of the play on Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Loosely, it was Topanga. They changed the name.
No, I seriously, I made more tips when that show came out.
Did
because people were like, "Oh, so Daisy Jones."
Daisy Jones.
Yeah.
Daisy Jones.
No, but I think all of that helps, tell not only like the plight of the artist, but also reconnects people with the meaning of art and seeing live music. And
right. I would also think that kind of the popularity of different genres, you mentioned pop, change, it ebbs and flows, it also changes.
Yeah, I think Ambrosia was qualified as art or as pop back in the day.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Now they're kind of like in the soft rock,
Yeah.
yacht rock.
I mean, they
category.
had a lot of prog rock stuff too, but it wasn't really their, I guess their hits weren't really the prog rock stuff. So it was strange. Like I saw them on lineups with like Yes as a kid, and then also with like Moody Blues. So it was like,
interesting.
they really,
Didn't quite know where to fit everybody.
yeah. And just the term yacht rock reboosted my dad's career so much. I think Jimmy Fallon might have coined it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and kind of like in a joking regard, but then it like rebooted my
Yeah,
dad's.
well, it is kind of funny because the Sirius channel has the guy with the smooth voice, but it's also kind of just kind of chintzy, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's just funny how they play on that.
Yeah. No, it's great though. I think
It is.
that is like the current industry. It's like finding two fun words that can market something. I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what events are coming up here at Cornell Wine Company?
So we have a lot of stuff this coming month. And so typically my songwriter show, which is like formatted in the same way as the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. That'll be 4 artists.
4 artists.
Yeah, and it's more kind of an acoustic showcase, but everyone does one song at a time, and you kind of tell the story of your original song. It's all original music. And
Right.
Yeah, it's like writers in the round.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And do they all fit together kind of nicely, like thematically, or is it kind of more eclectic?
I try to make it eclectic. Oftentimes I'll put someone in my family on the lineup just because a lot of my family has made a living backing up other artists. So I really like to put them in the front.
Sure.
But I think this coming one, I won't have any family members. It'll either be friends I've collaborated with or just artists I've met in LA or here.
Very cool.
So yeah, I don't honestly like making everyone stick to a genre. I think it's kind of fun when there's a mix. Yeah.
And then you also have the featured artist night, right? There's one artist performing.
Yeah, so the Fridays are typically like one artist or one band. Sometimes they'll do full lineups though. Like I'm going to be on a show March 29th. That's like a jamboree. Like, so it's going to be, I think, 3 bands. And then the same artist who's leading that night, his name's Rocco Wheeler. He's an amazing like Americana artist. He's also doing the same style show on the 14th. So that one, he's like packing the night with like 3 or 4 bands. But often on Fridays, it's like just one band or one artist.
Gotcha. And then you have your open mic night.
Yeah, and that's typically the last Sunday of the month. But I have a kind of these next coming months for me, I have some of my first like out of state shows and stuff.
Oh,
so
you'll be traveling.
Yes, I'll be traveling a little bit.
Very
So
cool.
the typical schedule's a little skewed. So the next open mic's March 23rd, as opposed to the last Saturday or last Sunday,
Gotcha.
which it normally is. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And the
Yeah.
talent there's just incredible.
Yeah, the open mics are so inspiring.
Yeah.
Like I really, really love. And I teach music throughout the week. That's like my day
Oh, wow.
job, if you will.
Are you teaching all 3 instruments?
Yes, yeah. And
Wow.
ukulele is actually a really fun one for.
Oh, wow.
It's a little more accessible for kids who want to learn guitar. It's just easier to hold. So some of my students have come and performed at the open mics and blown everyone away. I have
that's
some. It's just really cool. I like that it's kind of all ages, even though it's a winery. He's
He's
Yeah.
open to that.
yeah, it's open to. He won't serve them wine. Yeah.
Well, Sierra Drummond, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for being our guest on this On the Road. We've loved having you and learning all about you and your music career, and wish you good things.
Thank you so much. I'm so flattered that you asked me to be here today.
Absolutely. And be sure to tune in next time for the next On the Road.